From Cessna Stadium on the campus of Wichita State University, alongside Chet Coupland in the track and Rod Zook here in the booth, I'm Mark Ewing, and welcome back to the 2017 Kansas High School State Track and Field Championships. We did have some technical difficulties. We are pleased to be back on the air, and we welcome you to join us for the remainder of the telecast. What you're watching at the moment is the boys' 1,600-meter runs, and we are already in what is Class 5A. You're watching the first lap of 4 as the boys have run in the Class 6A. And Rod, I tell you, it's been a great event so far, and this one's pretty loaded. So this one about to be pretty fun to watch.
Well, this one is loaded. You're looking at the three. Look at the three white shirts, the one in second, and two a little bit further back from St. Thomas Aquinas. All have run 4:26 this year. All three of them are in this race. You're looking at Alex Moen of Andover, who won the 3,200 meters. He is in this race. He's gone 4:32. We also have Dylan Miller from Blue Valley Southwest. He's gone 4:27. Enough said. This is just going to be a whale of a race.
And we look at the bib number, 3509 out in front. That's Hunter Henderson. He's out of Shawnee Heights. His best time, 4:36.74. But as they take the back turn on what is the second lap here in Class 5A, this is a very tight bunch, and it's loaded, so you figure it would be tight. And when you get in a situation in a race like this, Rod, a strategy is important. You don't want to outrun yourself, but you got to keep yourself in position to make a move when that time comes.
Well, you're looking at the clocks here. They're coming up right now on the half mile, the 800-meter mark. It's going to be about 2:12, 2:13, maybe a little higher than that. Maybe not as quite as fast as these guys can go. Actually, about 2:16 when they hit the line. Everybody looking very comfortable right now. Also in this heat from Great Bend, that is Deppenbush, who is also in there now. He is sitting there in the 4th spot. That's Moen, the 3,200-meter champion, who pipped Deppenbush at the end of that 3,200-meter run. They are sitting 3rd and 4th right now, sitting comfortably behind the leaders.
Alexander Gill out of St. Thomas Aquinas also figures in the mix as we check the guys on the backside. This is lap number 3. And they are bunched up front here in the 1,600-meter run. This is Class 5A on what is Championship Saturday, event number 105 of the 2017 State Track and Field Meet here in Kansas. It has been a great one so far. In the early morning, there was a threat of rain. The clouds came, but provided actually a cool, comforting background for everyone. And it's just been a terrific crowd and a terrific day so far. And pushing into the lead, we have a new leader.
That's Deppenbush. He did the exact same thing in the 2-mile. Moen was able to haul him in and beat him in the last 30 meters. But Deppenbush, just like yesterday in the 3,200, is going to try to steal this race and put the pressure on.
Deppenbush's seed time, 4:33.97. The Panther, the junior out of Great Bend High School, is the lead at the moment. In fact, he's really making a charge here. It's almost as if he said, hey, I'm just going to take the pace. Everybody's kind of waiting to take it. Now everybody's chasing him.
Well, yeah, everybody was a little bit slow through that 3/4 mark. Here comes Moen moving up now, trying to chase him down. He was able to do it in the 3,200 meters. We'll see if he can do it in the 1,600 meters.
So Moen in bib number 1945. This is going to be a pretty good race. 1, 2, and 3. We got a new leader, St. Thomas Aquinas.
Well, that's Gil Alexander anchored their 4x8 earlier this morning. Now well out in front with a strong kick. Moen trying to give chase.
Got 100 meters to go. 5'8", 1,600 meters. And it looks like it's his race to win. 80 meters to go. The lead over Moen. And in 5'8", 1,600-meter run, our champion at the line. Comes from behind the last 300 meters and posts a victory. Does Alexander Gill out of St. Thomas Aquinas. His seed time was 4:26.50. And take a look again here. Look at off the right shoulder, passing Alexander Moen, and then into the lead.
Now this is with 300 meters to go. You see Deppenbush just. I guess that is just what he felt he needed to do if he wanted a chance to win, is to try to force the issue. He tried it yesterday in the 3,200. It didn't work. He tried it here in the 1,600, and it didn't work. But Moen couldn't do anything with that either, as Alexander Gill just powers away for the win.
Alexander Gill, winner. Boys 1,600-meter run in Class 5A. He'll take home the gold medal. Meanwhile, we turn our attention to Class 6A. Here's your lane assignments. Again, the top 16 line up against one another. Bryce Kaufman from Olathe East, Garrett Dole out of Garden City, Manhattan's Cooper Schrader, Jason Luft out of Dodge City, Brian Beach out of Olathe North, Pierce Flanders out of Washburn Rural, Blue Valley's Adam Owens, Scott, Cochran, Williams, Edwards, Dodge City's Marcelo Cruz, Jacob Lovell out of Junction City, Blue Valley North's Nicholas Redford, Ben Harrell out of Shawnee Mission Northwest, and Dodge City's Alex Ulteris. That is your 16 for the 1,600-meter run. They hit the stagger, and out in front of the lead, looks like, is that Dodge City, Jason Luff, perhaps, or Washburn Rural out in front? Washburn Rural's Pierce Flanders. He's a senior, turned in a seed time of 4:37.55, but he's got plenty of company out in front.
And you look at Adam Owens and Brian Beach, along with Lawrence Free State, Salvon Edwards. They have all hit the 4:33 mark, so we'll see what happens here. You're also looking at Garden City's Garrett Dahl, who's out there, little brother of the Dahl sisters, who were such great runners a couple of years back.
So Washburn Rural, Dodge City, then Garden City. 1, 2, and 3 at the moment as they come through in lap number 1 of 4, Class 6A, 1,600-meter run. Talk about strategy a little bit. Good first lap, but you got to save it for the last lap, and the second lap kind of sets the table for the third, does it not?
Well, it does. The second and third laps, the important ones, especially the third lap, that sets everything up. And this is stretching things out a little bit. And Edwards kind of curiously back quite a ways. He is back towards the back of the pack. You expect him to kind of be up at the front. Just wonder how much these guys have in the tank right here, whether they can really keep pushing this issue where it is right now.
I was taking also a look at the flags here. Looks like the wind's kind of drifted down just a little bit. That wind was coming out of the north when that storm system was nearby. And we watched one race after another as they headed down the backstretch, kind of run into almost a brick wall. But at the moment, it seems like the wind's calmed down a little bit. Not much of a factor, but what is a factor at the moment, the clouds have cleared. So it's sunny and getting close to that 80-degree mark, and the heat may become a factor before the afternoon's done here as we get to the hot part of the day.
There's Jason Luft and from Dodge City trying to reel in one of 3 Dodge City seniors in this race.
Yeah, the others are Marcelo Cruz. He's a senior. He figures to be a factor, and Alex Ulteris, so he's out of Dodge City. And so the 3 Red Demons trying to put themselves in a position to medal. And of course, you know, the Dodge City Garden City rivalry. Garden City's Garrett Dahl was in second place for a moment, but Washburn Rural's Pierce Flanders continues to build onto his lead. He looked over his left shoulder, took a peek just then, Rod, to see how far ahead he was. In fact, he's in a position where he can probably ease it up just a little bit here in what is lap number 3 of 4 in the 1,600-meter run in Class 6A.
So Olathe North, Brian Beach moving into second place. Flanders up towards the front in the 3,200 yesterday, but this is a whole different ballgame. It's much, much faster. You've got to really have a lot in the tank at the end of this if you want to fight for a win. We'll see what happens here. You see him starting to labor a little bit. Here comes the rest of the group. That is Adam Owens.
Now, Adam's kind of gotten to the mix here. That 2nd through 6th place position there, Rod, has gotten pretty close. And this Adam Owens, who ran a 4:30, he's got one of the best, in fact, the best seed time by 7/100ths of a second. And all of a sudden making his presence felt. He knows that this is the bell lap.
Well, he won the 3,200 yesterday, coming from back from behind to win that race.
So you heard the announcer, about 280 meters to go here.
And he defeated Cochran, who is sitting down there right in the middle of the screen next to the Garden City runners. So Cochran and Flanders battled it out yesterday. Looks like they may try to get in this fight again.
There you go, about 150 meters to go here. 1,600-meter run. You're going to have a pretty good finish. This is Garden City's Garrett Dahl making a push for the win here. Inside 120 meters to go to the finish. Here we go, last 80 meters, crowd coming to their feet, making a move from Washburn Rural is Pierce Flanders. Flanders trying to hold off a charge from the outside from Adam Owens at the tape. Owens, along with Washburn Rural's Pierce Flanders. That was a close finish. Man, were both guys locking up as they head in the last 20 meters.
Now, they were almost an exact way that Owens won the 3,200 yesterday.
There you go. Owens beats Flanders. Owens gets gold at 4:25.97.
Boy, and 4/100ths of a second. That is basically shoulder to shoulder. Dahl from Garden City, a great run at 4:27. Look at those times. 3, 4, 5 people under 4:30.
Boy, watch the finish here, and Rod, I'll let you take this. The last 50 meters, the whole story right on the line.
Well, it's almost an exact carbon copy yesterday for Owens. Watch right here. Just in the last 10, 15 meters, just surges ahead and leans and outleans Flanders at the finish line. Look how close this is.
So Adam Owens is the win and a gold medal here.